Oh my, I die every night with you.
Hey everyone, Chris here to talk about a queer webcomic that was completely not on my radar. It wasn't any of my to-read list for the year, but I just kind of saw a post about it, saw that it was pretty short, it was about 60 pages, and thought, hey, this is something I could read in about a half hour, let's try it out. And it was something that I really enjoyed. It was kind of short and delightful. I feel like it was a longer piece. It might not have rated it as high as I did, but I feel like for what it gave me, I was like, this was pretty great. Essentially, the story is about a guy named Salvino who moves into a new town for a job, and he has completely lost his appetite for food. He's only been eating toast for a couple days. Something that's kind of weird is they don't really fully explain why he's like that. I think it's kind of hinted at as due to like anxiety and like being homesick for his like where he was before, because he's in this new town and he's feeling anxious, which was interesting. But essentially, in the story, he goes into this little Italian restaurant that's run by Vincenzo and his daughter Gianna. And Vincenzo is like this really happy-go-lucky, fun guy who decides that he's going to try to help Salvino get his appetite back, and he picks this specific meal for him that Salvino ends up loving. Vincenzo goes on to make meals for him for the next couple of days. He says, here's a great idea for your breakfast and things like that. So Salvino starts to get his appetite back, which I think is kind of tying into finding a friend really, because of how friendly Vincenzo is and how welcoming he is and how understanding he is, more so than the food being amazing, even though the food obviously is amazing as well. But he starts to fall for Vincenzo pretty much as fast as he falls in love with the food. And so it goes from there. And it's this really cute story. I think one of the elements of it that makes it really cute is that Gianna, the daughter, Vincenzo's teenage daughter, meddles in the relationship quite a bit. At first it seems like she's being very protective of her father with her meddling, and then she starts to see the sparks that are there and trying to push them together a bit. And I really just liked her meddling, actually, which I shouldn't, but like it's just like, it's like a family thing, like you can see how much she cared for her father, and how much the father cares for her over the course of the story. Also, her meddling was hilarious. It was just great. I enjoyed it a lot. I like to meddle sometimes. I understand. There was more conflict in the story with the age difference. Salvino's in his early 20s, and Vincenzo is dad age, I guess. We don't really see what age he really is, but he has a teenage daughter. So like it wasn't really an issue for Salvino. Salvino like obviously had the crush on on Vincenzo, but Vincenzo sees himself as being too old for Salvino. I mean, Salvino's probably 7 years older than his daughter or something like that. So I can see where that issue came in for him. But it was kind of cute seeing how determined Salvino was to portray his feelings and let Vincenzo understand what he felt as the story was going on, and I just loved it. It also goes over the course of like 2 months, so it's a short story, and you're like, oh, this seems kind of insta-lovey. You really kind of skip over the course of 2 months, so it's like I felt like, okay, this is reasonable. The story also had a bonus comic, which was really lovely. It followed Gianna, and it was kind of funny. There were some panels there that was kind of like, but like it followed like Gianna's little story after this story, and I liked it a lot. So it was just a thing I picked up on a whim that I thought it could be kind of funny and enjoyable. Orange Hickey Dad, like what type of title is that? But it worked out really well for me, so I enjoyed it. I will link to it down below. It's completely free to read online, as most of the queer webcomics I talk about in the series are. And I hope you check it out if it sounds of any interest to you. More queer webcomic videos are going to be coming up on the channel soon, because I read some in December, and I read more this month that I need to talk about. So I will get to those soon, hopefully. And the queer song of the day is going to be by Michelle Bobby, who is one of my favorite Italian queer artists. He was in my top 25 albums of last year. I hope you all enjoy the song. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.
Affronta ogni discorso, non lasciare niente al caso, e poi restami lontano. Ma solo per un po'. Giusto il tempo di provarci gusto. Mi ricordo